That took a little bit longer than usual. Oh, wow. Jeez. Oh, there's Steam. Ain't that fun? It's because I had to fill stuff on Discord. Anyway, yeah, let's continue where we left off, really. Is there anything else to boil down? Oh, you can also finally see the area I was at. In these other save files. These really, really far in save files. Where did we leave off, huh? Anna's Anna. Why do you have so much AP? What was I saving you up for? I don't... Mike Oracle... Alright, fine. I don't remember what I was doing last. It's been a hot minute. Well, not really, but... Oh. That's easy. That should probably just always be upgraded anyway, so... Sure. I think that's about it, really. Yeah. Here, you know what? Have a power blast. Have a cloud burst. Fine, whatever. I don't know. Matt needs to learn all of his elemental nonsense that he hasn't learned before. So that means this. And that's about it for now. Okay. Natalie just needs to keep upgrading Revive and all this nonsense, and we'll get, like, general type coverage as time goes on. Same stuff as before. We know what's going on at this point, hopefully. Lance... I don't know. Lance is Lance Fred now. You know, he can learn Terra Drill, or Giga Drill, that's pretty good. And he can learn Icicles. Sure. I don't know, man. So, it's been something that I've been thinking about. I'm just like, man, I don't know, maybe I'm not feeling the same energy of this game. I don't know, maybe it's... I feel like I'm losing that sense of touch, you know? I feel like the last couple episodes I've done have been a little bit more loud. A little bit too loud. There we go. Better. So I've been oh no, I think I overcorrected. There we go. You know, I was thinking, these last couple episodes, they just haven't had that same sense of energy. They haven't had that peaked sense of interest. And I don't know, maybe it's me. Maybe I haven't done this game, and you know, or not that I haven't done this game. I've been doing this game too much. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm getting a burnout. I have no idea, really. Ain't got a clue. Unfortunately, I need to get Natalie her over limit. Ugh. I really do like this game, and I consider it the best in the series, but overall, just not feeling it. I just don't think it's got that same sense of wanderlust and adventure we've had in these previous ones. Maybe. Who knows? Luckily, we will be getting onto something a bit more new on the next couple that we have going on, so that should all be nice. But... until then, we're a little bit of a slow burn for now, I suppose. But it's not like it's a bad thing, I suppose. It's really just me talking about nonsense for a while. So there's one of the problems with the Alchemist's Bow right there. These evil worms absorb dark, or absorb poison, and, well, they just got poisoned. Oh, also Lance just died. Great. Oh well. I'm trying to think. I know I had a point right before I started this video, and I was thinking about it just not even, like, too long ago, and I'm already forgetting what it once was. What was I thinking about? Was it something about this game? Probably. Maybe. I have no idea. I think, as it's actually been requested, and it was something I was thinking about, is tomorrow I'll probably move on to a new game to start doing morning streams for, because I don't upload those typically, but I think I'm going to start doing that, because I'll start doing really long, a bit more different series in the morning. Probably going to be Terraria is going to be the next one, because I did the... Okay, let's tag... Before I forget what I'm doing in-game, I'm having back problems. I do need to sit back. As much as I hate sitting back on camera, because it's like, oh man, why don't you have your face up in the webcam? That's kind of the whole point. Kind of got to recline a bit just because I hurt. Oh, much better. Anyway, yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a Terraria thing, because there's the... Way back in the day, before I actually started uploading these things, I did a playthrough of Terraria where I did the Calamity mod, which is the most popular, or at least the most downloaded, Terraria mod, and I personally really enjoy it. And in that playthrough, I've always done I mean, typically when I play a game like that, so like Minecraft, all that nonsense, I'm usually just the melee guy. Typically what I am. I've always liked being a tank in these kind of games. RPGs, everything. As we've kind of seen from like all these times before, I always go for buff your defense, get some regen, and win through the war of attrition styles of gameplay. And I brought that over into Terraria. The one problem with that, however, is that that game doesn't have the most viable like melee system. Terraria is pretty great, but but to finish the point I was saying, back in the day, I did a playthrough of the Calamity mod. And just because I was a crazy person after having seen so much more of the new dedicated tank items that they added, I started trying to do a playthrough where how far can I get into the game by face tanking every single boss? I got all the way up to the final boss. So Calamity mod adds post-moon, final boss nonsense to Terraria. So Terraria has its final boss. Calamity adds 7 more beyond that. Ridiculous. Calamity goes to ridiculous extents. But I was able to get all the way up to Calamity's final boss, which is further than Terraria can even dream of, simply because the Calamity final boss has a mechanic that makes it inherently untankable, which I found super unfun, and that's why I've never beaten Calamity, because I find that boss genuinely, insanely unfun. But the rest of it, however, the rest of it was a good time. Also, we got a Dark Resistant Bauble. That's all fun and dandy. I mean, yeah, we're doing the same thing. There's one thing I probably could complain. I did gush about how creative some of the level design was in this game, but I also can then take a couple points off because the level design also sucks. Because what are we doing in game right now? We're walking into a room which is effectively a hallway, and we have one of two options. We walk to the other end of the room, progressing our adventure, unless we're in one of the towns or whatever, in which case it's like an open hub. Or we fight all the generic, mook enemies that are along the path that are standing in front of a treasure chest. I mean, valid, Epic Battle Fantasy 3's level design was exactly the same, but considering this is just a lot more open of a game, you're seeing just this big problem of you never have to actually fight anything to progress other than once or twice, and it's just fighting becomes more of a chore when all of it's just optional. I never have to fight anything to actually progress. It's the same thing in 3, but 3 was real short. It had a very low level cap of 30 that was easily reachable, to the point where I didn't even reach it in my 3 playthrough. I don't know. I think it's just a follow-up to my point of this game's wave system, making fights just feel like a slog. I don't know. I remember feeling this on my first time playing through the game. This is a definite improvement style to random battles. That is a good point, Weevil. But you also have to consider there's a reason for random battles in video games. Typically, they don't add random battles just as a, oh man, we need enemies, throw random battles down, and that's it. Typically, it's a supplement, because actually programming enemies to spawn in the overworld like it is in this game is a lot more work, because you have to individually program each bunch of enemy. Random encounters can help circumvent that problem, allowing you to deviate development time and resources to other matters. I mean, it's not a end-all be-all band-aid solution, but it's typically easier to implement because it uses less of the hardware, because you have less stuff on screen. That's more relevant for 3D games. Also, here's our mini-boss friend, the Woolly Mammoth. So that's Woolly Mammoth. Oh no. But yeah, typically, it adds a lot more strain on the hardware if they have overworld enemies, whether it be stationary like we have here, which typically isn't too bad. This one's pretty fine with it. Or in something like, I don't know, the Persona games, and Persona games have this, well, what else can I think of? I know some of the more recent Dragon Quest games have been doing this, etc., yada, yada, yada. That's about it. I don't know if I wanted to follow up to that. But the problem, of course, with having enemy designs like this is, as I said, it takes more effort to do something. Chrono Trigger did do that, yes, but that one was... the Chrono Trigger was the creme de la creme, the king of the whole batch. No one's quite met Chrono Trigger with its masterpiece of game design. 10 out of 10 on that one. That's another game I need to stream, and I was actually thinking it, However, before I started actually, like, recording and uploading my streams, I had just done my own personal playthrough of Chrono Trigger. So if I had done it then, it would have been, like, not even 2 weeks since I had last done a full playthrough of the game. And I'm talking full playthrough of the game. So I got kind of burned out at the time, but it's definitely on my to-do list. I mean, there's never a perfect end-all, be-all solution to enemies in games. I think this is just a nebulous, like, game feel thing that is really hard to boil down. Because you can't really explain game feel. It's just, how good does it feel to play the game? And a lot of RPGs do have this problem, but it's something you gotta start learning, because this game's biggest problem is that sometimes these fights can just take forever. I mean, this is the whole gimmick of this fight. However, this woolly mammoth constantly lowers our magical and physical attack by 50%. Also, that is a lot of fucking woolly mammoths. Oh boy, there's me. There I go swearing again. But that's this whole boss's gimmick. He's a real tanky boy and has some real meaty debuffs going on. That's this guy's whole gimmick. But I'm talking about generic fights, mook enemies that you're supposed to be able to blast through. Last area had all the tanks in one fight, and then later on in that same fight, they had the beefy enemies. It's just, I know, you're totally right on that, Weevil. That's why I'm not really sure how to feel about it. But the one I am thinking about is this wave system. It's very nice, and like this kind of fight right here is how I want the game to go. Have one enemy be difficult, but don't have enemies, rather than being actually difficult, have them take a long time. Because taking a long time is almost like a difficult supplement. It makes you think the game's harder when it's not, because it's taking a lot of time. It can work for some fights, for example, mini-bosses, tough enemies. The turtles should take a long time, that is valid. But it's just the fact that here's wave 1 and it's 3 turtles. Wave 2 sends in 2 more turtles, and then after that it was like the mook idle enemy. There are always things to talk about with game design for trying to improve it. And I'll say this game does get very close. I think 5 should just work a little bit more on how to really nail that random encounter mook enemy feel. Because 1 and 2 had it down pat because that was the whole game. So it could already polish that up to a shine. 3 had it as just a means to an end because it was a short game designed as a flash game. Really, just something to blaze through. And there were rarely, if I don't think there was ever even a longer than 3 or 2 wave enemy. Oh yeah, by the way, here's this guy. I didn't talk about this guy too much because he's super basic. I remember fighting this guy and thinking he was a horrible, horrible enemy because reducing your attack that much is ridiculous. But if you just poison burn him, you're fine. Same stuff we've been talking about all about 3. I didn't feel the most desirous need to go into extraneous depths, I should say. I think we got the point. Okay, dokie. Alrighty then. Okie doke, that should be about it. We got the woolly mammoth summoned now. That's all fun and dandy. Oh, that's unfortunate. See, for me personally, it's very... Oh, wait. No, we're still doing this? I actually had to get the last jewel. All I know is it's a town to the north, but we need the hammer to get there. Maybe the hammer is? Nope. Well, we've already heard where the hammer is. We already know the hammer is in this place. Thank you very much. This place actually... The overworld movement, I'll say, is definitely improved in this game. Just adding click movement is such a nice improvement because it lets me play with one hand. I can fiddle with a pen in the other one or whatever I need. I can take a drink of this non-existent drink. Actually, I need to go get more of this. Because this is empty for right now. So, that's unfortunate. I wanted to just scan that guy. Never mind. What was I going to say? Yeah, and then they also added more puzzles, which is just a good break in action. Alright. Well, if any place has to have the hammer, it's this place, right? A convenient plot device. Oh, wow. Hey. Hey. How are those cats holding those weapons? Valid question. We do not get answered. It's magic. I keep getting sidetracked because story keeps happening. Movement's better. There's a supplement to gameplay to give you that little bit of a rest you need. I'm reminded of another example of this, giving you a side thing to do that's really, really good for giving you a break in the game. I always think of the the Chow Garden from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle or other some such, where that one is, people have tried to take that system and make it into its own game, and someone actually did. They made an actual game that was that whole system just exactly ported over, and it's pretty much to a T the same thing. However, people who have actually played the game say it's super boring because that system was never designed to be its own standalone thing. So you gotta have balance for these things. You can have the best part of your game be the side aspect. Chow Garden was amazing. It was a great time. I believe there's a chest back here. These slimes are full of bombs. This might be considered a safety violation. Gotta say, credit where credit's due, I do like the concept of these dudes. These aren't even like a different slime type, they're just a slime that's full of explosives. It's a new type. Yeah, it's the sludge slime. I'm pretty sure this is just like a natural disaster that enemies have, instead of being upset by, are now taking full advantage of. That was really loud. Unnecessary, in fact. Stop it. Alright. Trying to think of anything else. So I've already honestly, it feels so bad to me to be complaining so much about this game, but I feel this game gets so close to perfection, because to be fair, I love this game. I love it. I'll play this game all day. But there's just a lot of little stickly little bits that can stick out that can definitely use some improvement. Oh, we actually do have to kill this cat guy, because there's the battery pack back there. Oopsie daisy. These cats sure have gotten creative. Okay. Whatever, they're easy. Stab them with a sword until they stop moving. It's the same plan we've been doing throughout all of these adventures. Any enemy can be stabbed successfully, whether it be with the physical sword or in the metaphorical sense, or maybe even in the heart, in the emotional sense. I don't know when that would be relevant, but you know what? It is an option if we really need it. We've never had to employ it, but goddamn, options are options, and it's good to have a little bit of variety. Fight's over. Easy game. Also, I was going to bring it back up with the Woolly Mammoth, but I didn't have a chance to because I forgot really immediately after the fight started. That Woolly Mammoth is only 80% resistant to Doom and Death. So in New Game Plus 3, where that dude has like millions of HP, I just try to roll the dice on an instant kill on him because it's the most effective way of taking him down. You can take him down in more traditional ways, but it takes forever. Hello, lady. You're like an astronaut. It appears some rogue AI has taken over the factory. It's controlling most of the worker bots and causing them to attack humans. They've also locked most of the doors, but luckily there's an emergency switches for manual operations. Looking around the factory then, as long as we activate the switches, you pretty much. Well, that and some doors might need additional power too, so make sure to grab any batteries you find lying around. Switches or batteries, good. Robots are bad, got it. So yeah, the whole gimmick with this area is this a waste disposal plant? So find a lot of garbage in here. You'll find some cool stuff. Factories like this are usually covers for secret and illegal activities. There could be some dangerous stuff going on in here, like the development of new high-tech weapons. That's happening, we'll definitely be the test targets. Valid. Yeah, the whole gimmick of this area is batteries and switches. Right now, we're gonna fight a big old flying fish robot. Hello. Why do you have one eyeball? Can I have a turn? Okay. Sometimes it takes a little while for me to actually get to my turn. If there's one thing I could... I don't know if you actually can. I may need to have to check. One thing that could probably speed up gameplay if we really cared, but I would never want to have to implement this system, would be the ability to turn off attack animations just completely. You click when slash, the enemies all take damage after like a basic slash animation. Just really basic stuff like that. That would speed the game up really fast. But it's never the kind of thing that I personally like doing. The only time I like doing that is in games where it starts getting ridiculously long. Like, I'm thinking your Final Fantasies, I think of the Disgaea series or any of those games by those creators, I don't remember what they're called. Oh boy, they start lasting like a full 20-30 seconds each time you attack. Very satisfying, but not actually efficient for getting through fights sometimes. I'll give him that. I need a wind attack. I don't have a wind attack. Just caught him in the face. Yeah, these fishy boys, their whole gimmick is that when you kill them, the rockets that are holding them up launch at you and do a little bit of damage. I think I heard once some amount of people were complaining about these things, but really, it's a neat gimmick that I don't want them to get rid of. I like the concept of there being an enemy you can't dodge because that's their whole thing. They do a tiny bit of damage, but that damage is unavoidable. Yeah, this guy is definitely the poster child. It's right on the money. But this guy is also the poster child for endgame content and ridiculous power scaling. You start out the game at level 1, you're in that game at 9,999 with more than 10 billion HP. Oopsie! I love it though. Definitely not the kind of game that would very easily be streamable though. That one would take a little bit more doing than I feel is really warranted. There's one benefit to these dudes' whole gimmick of when you kill them, they do a baby amount of damage. If the last one to die won't do this attack. So if it's like this fish right here is not gonna do that. Like, okay. See, watch it. You saw missiles fly off, we're not taking the damage. So if you really did want to actually avoid that attack, you kill them all at once, meaning there's counterplay, and it's not just unfair damage. I'd say that's good design. But I don't know, people have apparently complained. I don't know, people are bad at video games. I always say try to balance the game around the people who are best at the game. People who are most easily going to break the game. Well, I suppose it depends on if you want the game to be challenging or you want the game to be fun. Because low-end games, like single-player games, you should probably balance around the normal difficulty where your average player are gonna be. But online games and games that have like any kind of a competitive atmosphere need to be balanced around the highest common denominator. Because if you balance around the lowest common denominator, the highest is going to break your game inside and out. If you balance around them, then it's effectively trickle-down balancing. You balance around the top, so if it's balanced for them, it's balanced for the next best and the next best downward. The problem with that one is it can cause pub stomping and whatever flavor of term you want to throw on that one, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices and there's never a perfect spot of balance. Because for me, I typically like playing these games on hard and epic, which causes the fights to stop being difficult and more of a slog, which I will say part of the problem I'm having right now is I'm playing on epic difficulty, but I played through this game the first time on normal. And I'll have you know, this is still at least somewhat of a problem. I feel it's the wave system, personally, because each of the fights start taking a long time at epic difficulty, and it, to be fair, makes me want to turn off epic difficulty because of that. And that's not a feeling I like to be having, personally. I don't like opting into difficulty to make the game more fun, but then that breaks the game, and so I have less fun. So then I go back down to the normal difficulty and then also have less difficulty. Yeah. On normal difficulty, you will never die. Never gonna happen. I wouldn't say make this game harder. He's actually, you seem harmless. You may continue. I think he's actually afraid of us. Also, Cheeky, there's no hole here. There's no, rocks here. You can just grab this. Here's another one of these good old buttons. I can't exactly do a whole lot with that button yet because I don't have a silver key, so we'll come back for this. We shall return. Oh wait, there's a chest over there. Why are these spikes here? This makes you want to make it hard. Sometimes they want to make it hard to walk around. This is starting to look like a real conspiracy. Look, these go straight through my shoes. Oh, there's no way you're getting past them. Oh, there's some more switches over here. Oh boy. To keep talking about game balance like I have been because I need to keep running my mouth, I'm reminded of the most recent game I've had a problem of this in. And there's the reason, the biggest problem I have with it is Persona 5. Oh boy, we're going to the big horse now, ain't we? I found that game so easy. Like, I played through every single Persona game, all of them. And Persona 5 is so unbelievably easy. Now, I'm not saying go back, because those games have some serious balancing issues, but they it's not like they even made the game particularly easier. They gave you too many tools to handle all of your situations, and they kept the difficulty relevant to the old difficulty. And so I decided to crank up the difficulty. So I went to hard mode. I'm like, all right, fine. No, this is clearly not meant for me. And then in hard mode, it started becoming mandatory to grind. Because the game started making you take more HP and MP per fight, you had to leave the area you're in, and because you cannot like properly heal in an area, you gotta leave. And in that game, the game's balanced around you typically wanting to finish off your area in the one go, so you don't waste time with your confidants or social links. So that creates a double-edged balance of what do you want to have? Do you want to have fun with the story, or do you want to have fun with the gameplay? And that is something I just personally could not attest to. I personally went back down to normal and just blew the game open and never struggled ever again. But then, like I said, I'm the highest common denominator. One thing I'm saying is maybe make hard mode a little bit more accessible. That's why I've always liked the option of many different difficulty settings, each perfectly tweaked. So typically it's easy, normal, hard. I'll typically play on normal because hard's usually broken in games like these. But if it goes very easy, easy, normal, hard, very hard, critical, extreme, God mode, why are you playing this game mode, I'll probably play on hard because they're clearly bound. They've clearly given enough leg room to where if you want to suffer, go get it. You have many options. But in my personal playthrough, I like a little bit of meat on the bones to difficulty, but not enough to coast through, which is typically easy and normal. But I don't think enough games really nail that fine line. They need more balance. There needs to be an industry standard of multiple balance settings like that. At least in my 2 cents. Ugh, I've been running my mouth for a while, haven't I? I guess you can just follow it back around about how fights just don't seem to be quite as interesting in this game. I remember having to manually say, like, okay, this is how I'm gonna handle each fight. Well, actually, no. That's not a fair criticism. This is definitely me on this one. I know this game way too well, so I know exactly what I can and cannot handle. So this is me coming from a way over the limit of experience perspective. Don't base my opinions on how hard this game actually is. I will say this game can have other problems, but difficulty, this game's fine. Don't go harder on it. I've never even played Oblivion. I'm guessing you're Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I've never been a big fan of the Elder Scrolls personally, but I can see where you're coming from. But then again, in those kind of games, if it's the Elder Scrolls, those are like the Fallouts and whatnot, and I personally have played the Fallout games on the highest difficulty. You can break those too easily, though, is the problem. Because that is the other problem of, again, they give you too many options and you can cheese every fight. Because once a game starts pushing you far enough, you're going to start pushing back. And if you push too hard, you start seeing the seams in a game. And once you get to that part, if the game's not well made enough, the game will just rupture at the seams and it all falls apart and you just got this big mess of code and you're just like, ah! Game's ruined now. I broke New Vegas completely wide open. It's the same thing I did with Persona 5. Oh boy, when I push maximum strength every single time, I don't have an off button. I think the one time I actually tried to play Skyrim, I decided to piss off my friend because he's the one wanting me to play Skyrim and got me to sit down and do it. I decided to be a sneaky mage just to piss him off because magic doesn't get a stealth attack bonus. And he got so mad at me for doing it, and I still did fine. I never beat the game, and I only put, like, maybe 15-something hours into it. That's not my kind of game. It's the same with Fallout 3 and 4. Not my kind of game. I value story over main gameplay. And those all have the same gameplay, so might as well play the one with the good story, New Vegas, and that also has fine gameplay. It's the same thing, but better! Why would I ever choose to play the less fun experience? To be fair, I can also tie it back around to the point where I said is I am definitely a person who values story over gameplay. So a lot of these problems I am saying is I'm the kind of person who will play through an entire game if I like the story despite any gameplay stickly bits. But that's just because I'm enjoying the game. So I'll typically have fun and beat the game even despite any problems. But someone who doesn't enjoy these problems would never get through, doesn't enjoy problems? That's not right. Someone who doesn't enjoy the gameplay and doesn't go to games for the story would probably have a much harder time getting through a lot of these games, which is why I feel it's good to get someone's opinion out there. Get a lot of different perspectives onto how to make a game, personally. Because I'm definitely not the industry standard. A lot of people play games for gameplay's sake. It's never been me, personally. I mean, sometimes games can completely destroy me with gameplay. Like, Persona 1, I really like. Gameplay's garbage. Persona 2, I like even more. Story is even better. Gameplay is so bad, I had a hard time finishing the game. Oh, Persona 2. Oh, no. Never played Persona 1 or 2. I did a playthrough of Persona 1, and it is easily the worst playthrough I've ever uploaded to my channel. Half of the videos were me bitching about gameplay, and it just became this obnoxious nonsense. I didn't finish the game. I technically beat the game and decided to go back through and try to see the extra route in Persona 1, the Snow Queen quest. And that is so badly balanced, I had to stop playing the game. Because I would have to have grinded for, like, a ridiculous amount of time. And I just could not agree with it. The story did not pull me through on that one. The story pulled me through on Persona 2, but not Persona 1. Oh no. I still beat Persona 1. Final boss of that game's pretty neat. And it adds a lot, honestly, Persona 1 and 2 raise a lot of questions for the rest of the series. But anyway, enough talk about Persona. We're not playing Persona right now. Oy. Ooh. We got a gun. What did we get? The Thunder Core. It's the Thunder one. You know, I know it needs to happen because there has to be a weapon of every element, but man, I sure wish these were spread out a little bit better. Yeah, we got the dark resistant dress. Alright, cool. We have more of these now, though. We don't actually have any more of these. Never mind, I lied. Oops. Rip the dream. I think we're fine for now. I really want Matt to get... Well, the machines here have been absorbing electric, so I don't know how effective that's actually going to be. I guess we can see. Oh, Natalie needs to upgrade her. Nope, can't afford it, so never mind. Lance! I prefer triple saw, but that's about it. Yeah, let's just get a move on. More switches, more all this fun, good stuff. Found some red LEDs and some glass. Why are they glass balls? I don't understand. Lost one of the progress report in the repair, so I sent him a core dump instead. Now his inbox is full and he can't reply to me. Haha! On a serious note, though, a lot of enemies here are weak against thunder bomb attacks. They put the scope on. Wow. Wow. Okay. Where are these shady characters? I've been seeing machines. Maybe it's just the fish, then. I have no idea. Alright, they're weak to bomb. Easy game. See how easy it was? It was so easy that it didn't even do half their HP. That helped, at least, but that didn't do either what we wanted. Still really like these guys. These are still some of my favorite enemies. And if some of the concept design that I've seen for the enemies of Epic Battle Fantasy V are going to actually be in the game verbatim, I think we're going to be seeing some more of my new favorite enemies in these games. Because, oh boy, they get even better. This dude's got a serious talent for character design, enemy design, whatever you want. actually glad my game's now running properly, because I remember having problems with this game, having like frame rate issues if I play it on the low anti-aliasing. The one problem with all of my automatic skills. I keep killing people after one of my teammates die. Oops. What weird fight on that green girl? Is that already hates my guts? Dude, she's younger than you. It'd be awkward. You can handle her hate you less if you stop staring at her nonstop. That's not fair criticism. I'm very subtle about it. I'm hitting cameras on my clothes. I don't even have to look in her direction. That's what I mean. Alright, flares. You don't got one. What is this? Bomb and stag resistance. Sure. I think we need to regenerate a little bit on Lance, so... I mainly just upgrade my skills if someone needs healing, so... I'm waiting for Big Spark. Natalie still is just waiting for Revive and heal more. Lance is still really just Lance waiting for Bullet Hell, Plasma Field, Antimatter, and more tank guns. That's his whole shtick for now. Also, Hyper Beam would be very nice to get. We don't need it now, but it's nice to have later. So that's a good one. Let me check something, though. Which one of these is that, like, time... Oh, wait, no. It was a gun we don't have purchased, that's right. There's a green goo. Yeah, I'm sure that's safe. You're not wrong. Oh, there's so many. And see, like, now is when, like, the reason I brought it up about this whole chest thing is the fact that the fights are taking so long. I'm starting to naturally avoid fights. You know what? There's another battery over there. You have to find a different path to get to it. Let's see how hard the game is on normal. Let's go back and fight that dude. Wait, is there a dude up here? Yes, there is. Let's fight this dude and see how hard it is on normal difficulty. So, they are now halved in stats. Do you see the problem? Do you see why we now have a wave system? Because AoE skills are way too good in this game, so they balanced it by adding more waves of enemies. So my preferred playstyle making the game, look at this, they can't even, they're doing 100 damage to me. The fight's over! Like, yo, it's so easy now. I'm doubling everything on epic difficulty, but I feel like we either need to nerf the amount of waves we need to do both actually. Nerf the amount of waves and nerf AoE. Because the whole thing about it before was, in the first and second game, you had two ways of doing AoE. Natalie's elemental style, okay, you had a couple, actually. You had Natalie's elemental styles, which had to encapsulate, like, elemental resistances, so you had to specifically use the one they were weak to, and some enemies weren't weak to anything. And a lot of Natalie's AoE spells did bad damage, and they still do. Or you had Matt use Screamer, which did little damage, and a lot of enemies resisted Dark. You could use Power Metal, which did even less damage but healed your team, or Air Slash, which did the least damage, actually did the most damage, but it didn't give you anything. And even then, it did garbage damage, and that's all you had. Then they introduced Lance, who, his most effective methods were, again, elemental, except his was focused on one person, so it was even better to use in bosses. And you had tank guns, which was okay, but you also had Airstrike, which, as you saw in Final Fantasy III, even on hard, would pretty much do more than half of every enemy's HP. Now we have a buffed tank gun, so it's even better, so we don't have to gamble on Airstrike. And we have Anna now to do just generic AoE damage, plus Swift Slash is still too good. It's like, oh man, they're weak to... Like, I'm just gonna keep upgrading tank guns, because tank guns for days. I mean, yeah, alright, sure, it takes me like an extra turn, but I think I may honestly just stick on this difficulty until a boss shows up. You know what? That's probably gonna be my game plan. Because this speeds the game up, because the problem I was having is this thing's taking forever. I've solved the problem. It's not taking forever now. And it would typically be, alright, I needed to heal in between fights, so instead of actually having to use healing items or MP to heal, I would just stand around. Which was the difficulty of 1 and 2, because in 1 and 2, you had to actually use your items. You only had 2 shops, so you had to really decide what mana restoration items, how to get your mana back, how to minimize the damage you take, all that good stuff, which is why I say 2 is like arguably the best one in this whole series. But in this one, it's how often do you see me using items? Oh, it's been in boss fights or really big enemies, and also only on elite difficulty. Something's not quite right there, if you ask me. Ooh, we got the gas mask again. That is randomly casts poison gas in between turns. They nerfed this thing, because before it made you immune to pretty much every debuff in existence. Yeah, I can see why this got nerfed. I didn't put it on in the last game, because I liked actually seeing my character's faces in cutscenes, but... yeah... yeah, you're totally right about Epic Battle Fantasy 3. Epic Battle Fantasy 3 kind of broke the game when it came to AoE. Bomb damage, even now, is still a little bit too good, because as you can see now, bombs are bombs. Like, I really wish I could just show off my super crazy late-game character, because Lance, most of the time, just uses tank guns. On Epic difficulty, New Game +3, tank guns. All day. Well, he uses Plasma Cross, Antimatter, and Bullet Hell a lot more, but tank guns is still his move to use if he doesn't have another elemental to abuse. So like these dudes, okay, this is also like not the best area to be bringing this up because these dudes are weak to bomb, but you know, I think the point still stands. Oh, big boy's doomed. All right, great. Don't kill her. Don't do it. Oh, she didn't take the damage. Okay. That works for me. Whatever there. Keep fiddling with a pen. I've always wanted to learn how to be able to like flip the thing between my fingers, but I just never cared enough to actually go out and try to learn that. So instead I just fiddle with it. Oh boy. There's Matt slimed again. Sure glad we get to see anyone else's thanks game. Well, there he goes. Bye-bye. We need a switch for that one, I believe. Because this bad boy right here kinda doesn't have a whole lot. That's not happening. There's the protector from the first game. It's kind of neat. Updation here to protect the internet. It's in that box behind me. Don't touch it. Oh, so I spawned up here. You sure that's the whole internet? That isn't the internet at all. The internet is a series of interconnected tubes. Haha, I was joking. It's actually just a box. As long as my supervisor doesn't find out, I won't have to do any work. Okay. Cheeky, cheeky. Like, look at this room. The way to progress, or chest, chest, chest. These are hard-hitting enemies. This is probably the easiest one. This is like a mini-boss, big, beefy enemy, and this is a new enemy that spams status ailments. Oh, I'm so glad I'm actually on normal difficulty now. Oh. Over there outside? I don't think we're finished in here. You go back to that first battery use. Now they opened up a new entrance at the factory. That's a good point. Hello! Oh. Flashslings management will be informed of your great help. It gives me shit. Alright. Mission accomplished. This dude actually wants 3 batteries, so collecting batteries is going to be a good idea for multiple reasons. But now we can't go in through that door anymore, so we're going to have to backtrack through another route. Alright. Stay back! I figured this out! Open up the doors, you have to smash all of these computers. As a technology enthusiast, I agree. This is the correct approach to troubleshooting any type of hardware. Oh, so those are computers. I've never seen any before. It looks like you guys know what you're doing, so I'll stay out of the way. Keep it up! My sword is stuck. How could this happen? Ah! Cries of frustration and anguish. It probably would solve a lot of your problems. It would cause more, but the problems would be solved. Oh no, my computer's slow. It's starting up. Oh no, my computer has a virus. Just smash it. Just problem solved. No more computer issues. No more computer issues. Hey. These dudes are also annoying, so great. These are something that, this is actually the type of enemy we never saw all the way back in Epic Battle Fantasy 2. This is the final, supportive droney dude Lance's Valkyrie tank could have spat out. We just never saw it. And they were the worst thing to ever spit out in that fight. Weevil, you do not actually have to acquire his sword. If you saw from that cutscene, Lance was just kicking the thing. So, unless you have broken legs, in which case you have more problems than you should ever be, like, coming to me for, you're fine. Just kick your computer repeatedly. You know what? I am not a computer person. I am not a computer. I don't know that many computers, but I've talked to a computer specialist, and I would assume that they know what they're talking about. Foot comes pre-packaged in the human body experience. Please contact your distributor if you do not have one. You can ask him to resend it, but I don't know anything about that. I got a silver key, now I must backtrack and go put it in a box. Actually, why am I doing this now that I think about it? I've just made a huge mistake, but I've already committed, so oh no. Because that stupid drone opens up this door right here. Why did I do what I just did? Oopsie daisy. Well, now we can go fight this guy, I guess. Oh well. Whatever then. Oh wow, that was a hard enemy. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be the big slime. Why are there the little slimes? This is a fucking ripoff. False advertising. It's running rampant nowadays. Disgusting. Alright, there we go. That's all fun and dandy, but now we're moving on with our life. Got, oh great, solar flare, debuffs accuracy. Whoa, we did it. Mission accomplished. She also got a space hat. That's kind of neat, if nothing else. What did I just get again? I forget. Other than, like, the space hat. I was trying to figure out what the other thing... Oh, it was a skill, solar flare, that's right. Space hat. That's a lot of defense. It's also some pretty alright resistances. Unfortunately, my, like, good stuff is better, yes. Skills, you say. Yep. Where is it? Oh, can she not learn it? Where is this? Where are these solar flare? There it is. Yeah, no, wow. Okay. Only Natalie and Lance can. Well, I guess I'll give this to Lance. I don't know, man. I'd just throw this onto Anna and then forget about it otherwise, but okay. I mean, Matt can actually use sacrifice. Oh, no, that's magic damage. I'll probably give that to Matt. I don't know. It seems to fit him, I guess. Up reflex. Can up protect. Shit. Weirdly enough, I've actually upgraded Renew enough to where it now heals more than Refresh. So you can either Refresh to Bless or Renew to heal more. Okay then. It's not really what I was going for, but I guess we're doing that now. What do we need here? Oh yeah, that's right. Big Spark. Yeah. Ho-hum. What do we want to do here? I still need Cataclysm, and I still need a Holy Sword. But I don't have enough AP for those. But I need them. I'm just gonna upgrade Cleaver. Yay. Natalie's still just being Natalie. Same stuff we've been talking about this whole time. Okie dokie, that seems to be about it for now. Lance ain't doing too much right now. He's just kind of hanging out. Alright, there we go. Actually, we just can unflip that now that I think about it. Ho-hum. Right now I'm just thinking, what is my next big project going to be? Because I did Mother 1. That one was okay. That was my first time playing that game. That one went pretty well. No, wait. We gotta fight these guys first. I did Persona 1. That one could have gone better. I'm most definitely not gonna do Persona 2. I still have the nightmares. I did Paper Mario Promo. That one was real fun. But that was the first one I ever did. And that one had audio problems because I was bad back at that point. Well, drat. Huh. I wish I could do something with Thousand Year Door. Honestly, that's probably what I would prefer to do next. But unfortunately, I have no way of capturing that. I mean, there's always the dreaded emulator, but I've already seen what happens if you try to emulate that game without a controller. All of those control stick spinning parts of that game, imagine trying to do that on a keyboard. It does not end well for anyone involved. Because I had a friend of mine try to play it. It ended horribly. There was blood everywhere. He didn't even finish the game because it started becoming almost impossible. Unfortunately, I'd like to do something unique if I did it. Oh, hey. Spacesuit. Randomly casts scan bot between turns. Why would I care? No. Never again. Get that spacesuit out of my face, if anything. What other games did I play? I did Persona 1, Mother 1, Paper Mario 1, Hard Mode Edition. And then I did all of the Lisa games. Just all of them. And now here I am doing every single epic battle fantasy game all in a big old smorgasbord. So that's all fun. I think I had the most fun with Lisa. That or Paper Mario Promo. Those two games are perfect. I would just keep playing through Paper Mario Pro Mode every single time if I could. Where's my 1,000 Year Door Pro Mode? I wish. There is a randomizer for 1,000 Year Door. That could be fun. Or I could do something new, like I was thinking. I could do Earthbound. I had someone request a Pokemon game. We have lots of options. I guess this is me, just if you couldn't tell, just trying to fill space right now. Because I don't have a whole lot to talk about because we're just fighting junk enemies for right now, and it's really not all that hard. It's just me spamming AoE spells until they die. Oh, here. I can actually use Legend for once. Yay. Mission accomplished. I always typically like, when I play through a game, to do something unique. Whether it be a game people don't usually play, Persona 1, Mother 1, the Lisa games, Epic Battle Fantasy, or something that's modded. I typically do that with Slay the Spire, I did that with Terraria, and I have it uploaded on Paper Mario. But unfortunately, I am completely illiterate when it comes to technology 99% of the time, so really, I usually have to find it by accident and spend 5 hours fiddling with things, and even then they typically break. Like, Pro Mode took me like 2 days to get working with no bugs. That had so many problems, and I'm not saying I worked on the thing for, 2 days straight, but on and off for 2 days. It was not a fun time. Not at all. Never mod games if you're an amateur. I would not recommend it. I guess really this is the biggest problem of this game now that I'm looping back around to it. The game either takes too long and gets boring, or gets too easy and gets boring, because that's me right now. I just yawned. So that's not supposed to be happening when you're playing a game. I guess that's the real big problem. It would also explain why 1, 2, and 3 had the most views, and here comes 4. First episode went pretty alright, and now episode 2, 3, and 4 have kind of just slowed down to a petering non-existence, other than Weevil over there. Thank you, baby. But, I don't know. Just for now, we just kind of got to get through it. I've already committed, and I'm not exactly going to cancel on a project halfway through. I canceled on Persona 1 at the final boss. That is, I think, far enough into a game. Plus, I had already beaten the game and was technically doing bonus content. So, I think I'm fine for Persona 1. But this is way too early. Plus, I'm so excited for Final Fantasy V. I guess this explains why I've never actually sat down and replayed through this game. It's typically me, but just been doing something else on the meantime. Like, it's typically like how I enjoy my own videos, or videos of the quality that I enjoy. Something you can do while you can play or watch while doing something else. This game does not excel in actually, like, capturing your attention. You typically just play it on the side as a very whatever, you know, you're just kind of doing it, you know? I guess that's the sign of not the best crafted RPG, but it's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Oh, now I guess we can see why this place stinks so bad. A whole pool of toxic waste. Ugh. Just dump this in the ocean. I'll be better off. I don't like seagulls anyway. I mean, honestly, seagulls are assholes, so fine. That has a point there. What have seagulls ever done for society? All they do is caw and shit on people. They're meanies. Hashtag ban all seagulls. Toxic dump all seagulls. Don't actually do that, maybe. If you do it, please do not put my name tag on it. If you do it, I also don't care afterwards, maybe. Just don't involve me in it. Don't tell me you're doing it. I'm not here for it. I do not need to know about your illegal, like, seagull dumping strategies and, machinations. It's not what I need in my life. Let's go fight more big dumb slime dumps. Hello, friends. Oh, this is a three-way fight. Okay. Alright. Well, we're gonna be here for a little while now, ain't we? Well, I guess never mind, considering the fights. I would say more than halfway done, but no, that's actually not true. We're not even at the halfway point, because, oh, whoops, there's multiple waves. Oh, shit, son. I feel like this game made so many improvements, but it also made a lot of steps back. It's good to iron out exactly where the steps back were taken, so that way they can be fixed for any future endeavors. Here's just hoping whoever he's been getting feedback, because I know Matt Rose... Oh, shit, that did no damage. I know Matt Rozak's been getting feedback from these games. I just hope whoever's giving him feedback can at least know what they're talking about. I'm not saying I'm exactly the most knowledgeable person about game design. I'm just saying from the person who's played this game at like an ass load and a half. And you're not wrong, Weevil, but that should always be something a game strives for. In a game with a built-in New Game plus a really short runtime, replayability should always be a high priority. There's a reason Chrono Trigger is hailed as such a masterpiece. Not only is the first playthrough a 10 out of 10, the game is designed around replay value. That gives it infinite value. Also, Mathley, thank you for following. I don't even know where you came from. I don't know where you're going. But, alright then. I guess you just showed up, threw in a follow, and then faded back into the void. Oh shit, I almost fucking fell in my chair. God damn it, Mathley. Oh no. That's what I get for fucking falling over. I need to figure out how to actually set up, like, things to appear on screen when things happen. Like, you know, someone following, or someone donating. And I guess later on, someone subscribing whenever I become an associate. Those would all be nice things. But I'm definitely not exactly looking forward to doing that, that's for sure. I am lazy and also very bad at computers. So that's a double-edged sword right there. Kablam. Also, here's that squid friend that we fought like 17 years ago from Epic Battle Fantasyland. But now he's just a mook enemy who deserves to be gunned down with the rest of them. Blam. So look at this. People are complaining about I guess the real problem now that I'm seeing it is these fish dudes, when they die, they do a baby amount of damage, but then they pretty much always stagger. But they do like 300 damage, and on that crit right there, it was 400 damage. Ooh, scary. I'm very afraid. I am horrified. Calamari for dinner. Why would you eat this, Matt? Do you know where this thing came from? Where are we surrounded by, Matt? And tell me you'd want to eat this thing. It's... Right. That is a very... Yeah, that happens a lot, Mathlete. Except in this game, that, like, squid friend we just fought was a boss from the third game. This protector we're fighting right here was a boss from the first game. So... Heck, in a lot of games, they typically will reuse the asset of bosses wholesale as another fight. I don't know, man. I know Dragon Quest does that a lot. Unless it's like a unique boss, but even then. You know, honestly, I think Dragon Quest does that one the best from what I've seen, because, like, here's a look while I'm regenerating for this fight, because Anna's dying. I have a chance to talk about this, which is why I'm not doing anything. The game series Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. In that game, you can fight and control monsters a la Pokemon, Digimon, whatever. And you can fuse them together and be like, hey, you know, that's pretty cool. Except typically, the enemies you fight are unique monsters, not like enemy Pokemon trainers. So, you know, you get like unique... I'm having problems right now. So you can get like unique designs. Except in those games, typically, if you get to the crazy, like, end game, new game plus nonsense... Because they're technically a monster, you can just summon the final boss, and now he's fighting for your side. Screw it, throw in a cameo, summon the final boss from other games. It happens so consistently in that game. It's amazing. There's so many cameos. Like, I know the final boss of Dragon Quest VIII, both forms are both monsters you can summon in that game. It's great. I love it when games decide to, when they do reuse models like that, they go above and beyond. They're like, alright, we're gonna reuse this boss, but now we're gonna put it on your side. That's a twist we all like to see. Everyone loves the villain becoming an ally. Now it's just a lot more forcive than before. I've made him join my side. You don't have a choice in the matter, Sonny. Oopsie, Rapthorn's working for me now. I even talked about it at the end about Fantasy 3. Dude, I'd be so hyped if Akron could ever be a party member. Someone did make a concept design for him, and to be fair, throw in a Lance callback, make him a party member. Doesn't make sense, but if he's not the coolest guy in town, I don't know what is. Also, Anna's really dead right now. You know, I know that's like a weird thing to throw as like a side point. Dude, final bosses are cool. Also, my friends are dead. Now, whatever. It's not important. Who even cares? Oh, now they're all stunned and dying, and oh, it's just a good time all around. Are you still siphoned? Yes. Honestly, I've never had that problem between Matt and Lance. I've never had that problem in general. I've had that happen occasionally with, as you said, with Anna and Natalie, because typically I don't swap equipment too often, so I just throw what's necessary onto them. Because, like, beating this game and getting it in New Game +3, you typically just stick with the armor you've learned is best. Matt's armor would never work on Lance. And Lance's armor is just the best male armor that Matt's not wearing. Like, Matt, in my other play file right at the end of the game, typically has one set that he never unequips. And Lance has the other stuff that is actually useful that's not in, like, a designated set. Anna and Natalie kind of just share whatever's really good for defense. Like, I believe, Lance... Okay, so what do I have equipped right now? I know she never unequips the Alchemist's Bow. The equips for the guys is definitely less useful and versatile, but for me, I pretty much never swap equips once you get to that late game. Like, Alchemist's Bow, I never unequip. Matt's weapon, once we get his, yeah. Like, do I want to... You know what? I'll show it off at the end of the episode, what I have equipped at the end of the game, just for people who don't want to be spoiled. Because I know I'll like, tuck that in there, because I've been wanting to show it off. Because typically, what I have equipped later on in the game, I'm just never going to unequip. Also, I don't need to do this right now. I'll do that later. Because Natalie, I believe, always has this hat on, the thing that buffs heal more. Because if you have this on, this makes heal more like a 95% of your max HP heal once you get heal more maxed out. Like, it's not fully a full heal, but it gets you close enough to where if you're popping heal more, you're fine. You don't need any more. If you even ever conceivably did, you have Matt with power metal. That is going really far for these heals, but, you know, just in case. I don't remember what she has equipped for her dress. Neither do I remember what Anna has, but I know I've never changed them. I know Anna has the most defensive hat that I could get on her, because Natalie has her own hat. And equipment for the men, Lance actually keeps the set he has on right now. I've never unequipped him from this, because tank guns is... Well, maybe I have a different suit. I'm not sure. But that hat for a free Medi pack randomly cast? Yeah. Yeah. I believe I had... I know... Natalie had her post-game Dungeon Mountain weapon on my file. Matt had his Dungeon... or Battle Mountain weapon on as well, because those two are, like, the best. But... Because Natalie's weapons are weird. Like, do you want to give her a weapon that ups her defense? Because her heals actually scale. So if you give her a weapon that scales with defense, you have a problem that it weakens your healing. That is a good point. Yeah, I'm actually not doing any Battle Mountain stuff until the post-game, just to show that it's possible. But yeah. Yeah, typically I do the exact opposite. I will only play around status ailments if I have to, because I've never needed to. The game's too easy. I mean, I'm playing on normal difficulty now. Like, just earlier this episode, I swapped it back. We've gone 4 episodes of this, and I've been on epic difficulty. I only swapped it to normal because fights were taking too long. Not that they were hard. The extended version does have some fun stuff, and I'm showing it all off in one long stretch right at the end. The whole gimmick with the extended version stuff is it's a whole new bonus dungeon of boss refights, like advanced versions of the bosses that are stronger, and they scale to your level. So you can never, like, outgrind the enemies, you just have to be good enough at the game to fight them. The worst one by far is the second to last boss of the game. I'm not gonna say it, but it's the one before the final boss. You're in the jungle. That boss in Battle Mountain is the worst. He is ridiculous on Battle Mountain. Nothing beyond is harder. Oh, it's crazy. Because it's, for me, like, what I have right now, if you guys actually did need us, like, here, actually, you know, I'll swap it back to epic difficulty to show it off, but what Matt and Lance have equipped right now is fine. You don't need to swap equipment ever again. Because Matt's equipment that I replaced this for was when I got to new game, like, +2 or 3. Like, you don't need anything else. Because with this equipment right here, gives you +20 of both defenses, and that's all you need. You don't need more resistances. You can use flares for resistances. That's their whole point. Like, Lance's giving him tank guns in between turns is great, and it gives him some dark resistance. Fine. Matt now has ice resistance, which is also fine, but he's somewhere in here. Oh, he has weakness to water and fire on that hat. Oh boy, that actually kind of sucks. I may have to change that. What hat did he have equipped? Oh, I remember what hat he had equipped. That's not happening for right now. Oh boy. Alright. I may need to change Matt's hat. Yeah, he does have a net weakness to fire, but you know what? If I actually run into fire problems, I'll change it. But I don't need to change it for now. Like, this equipment is fine for now. Like, I know there's one hat I'm gonna give to Anna that's totally fine and she's never gonna change. Yeah, fire's not an issue yet, and I'll change it if I really do need to, but I don't need to for now. Let me go back to Epic to really show this off. So we can't get that chest. We don't want to deal with that chest quite yet. What do we want to do here? More chests that I have to fight through. Great. Department of Clean and Renewable Energy. I just completed a feasible study of this area. In fact, it's not worthwhile to install a wind farm within this facility as there's no wind indoors. I thought wind farms created the wind, though. That's why there's a lot of wind near them. That's why computers need small windmills to cool them. Maybe onto something. I think it may be a great engineer someday. Great minds think alike. Which way do you think we should go now? I agree, let's do that. Gotta say, the writing in this game is a solid 10 out of 10. Alright, let's just open that and forget about it because we're done now. Let's just come over here. Oh, we've regenerated enough for one of these fights. Alright. I don't actually want to be on Epic. I'm going to turn the boss back up to Epic this back up to Epic when I fight the boss. These fights take too long otherwise. I'm already an hour and 10 minutes in and we've just been doing this one dungeon. Things are taking a little bit too long. We must speed things up at least somehow. Plus, I have way too many chances of survival. Death is never gonna happen on normal, and death on epic is only ever gonna happen if I get truly unlucky or stop paying attention. I guess I did say I was gonna put it back to epic to prove a point you didn't need to change the quips, but we can change it. Well, what better way to test that is than the boss. Epic does make the bosses more fun because they're actually difficult. Like, oh yeah. Like, the fact that Grand Oak or whatever his name is actually gave me so much trouble I had to go and get a little bit more AP to get Protect is a very solid boss right there. Yeah, Grand Oak can be a beast on Epic. You're totally right, Mathlete. He is definitely the hardest boss in the game, which is why it's not going to get too much better. However, because we're going to be doing Battle Mountain later, you will see that it does definitely get harder. We're not done yet. Not for sure. Not in any way, shape, or form. We definitely have some other difficulty spikes to grind through, that's for sure. Alright, I gotta get this battery. Yoink. Later. Wait a minute, what am I doing? No, I didn't actually get the battery that I needed. Ugh. Yeah, I really like how, what's it called? I keep forgetting. It's the Battle Mountain. The Battle Mountain does it great. Battle Mountain, because it scales to your level, you can never actually really prepare for the fights. And Battle Mountain doesn't even give you AP, XP, or gold. All it does is give you equipment and skills you can use throughout the game. Which is all very nice things, but you don't need it for the main playthrough. Based on the fact that I pretty much have endgame Battle Mountain stuff equipped for the rest of the New Game Plus, kind of tells you how good that stuff is, but I mean, the final weapon you get in Battle Mountain, which is the penultimate reward, is Matt's ultimate weapon. Like, it's the one weapon that is actually like, alright, this thing is genuinely better than everything else. It is a little bit ridiculous just how much better it is. But it is the ultimate reward for beating the boss endurance run, so fine. Because Battle Mountain adds a lot of really tough shit right at the end. Oh boy, they sure do not like you to be alive. I mean, you never need to do it, but I'd highly recommend doing it. So, oh boy. That shit you get at the end. There's also endless mode and survival mode, where you have to fight every single enemy in the game in like a 37 wave long endurance run. It is ridiculous. I believe, actually, in survival actually ends it off with a unique enemy you don't fight anywhere else in the game, which is pretty neat. I don't know if I'm going to show that one off, because that is a very, very long fight. Oh, boy. It's actually because there is the one achievement I haven't gotten for this game, the deal 30 million damage. What is the exact number? Yeah, 30 million damage in one attack. It is so ridiculous, even on New Game Plus 3. The only reason I got the 3 million version of that achievement was by one-hitting, like casting an instant death ability, whether it be Death from Natalie or the Triple Saws from Lance, or whomever can cast it, on the Woolly Mammoth during an endless run where he was like 2 times stronger, even on New Game Plus 3. It just, I cannot imagine how hard it would be to get to 30 million, that much HP. You only get that achievement by, in Battle Mountain. It all has to be in one hit, too. It's just a one slap. It's a one slap, you hit 30 million by one hit killing an enemy, pretty much. That's how I got it. That's how I got the 3 million version. The woolly mammoths, typically. Yeah. It is ridiculous. Like, that is the kind of achievement that you're not gonna get in normal play, even if you try to go for it. You'd have to dedicated grind endless mode, from what I've seen, because it doesn't play around, that's for sure. I wish these dudes would stop lowering my evasion, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, you have to do a lot to even get close. Okay, Mr. Protector, get out of my house. Bye-bye. Remember correctly, through this door right here is where the boss actually is. Yeah, I remember now. Through that door right up there in the north, that's where the boss is, but we don't have enough batteries. So we gotta grab this battery. Can't open the door, that second door. Yeah, we can borrow this battery. Yeah, we can't do that yet. Oh, we have key. Yay. Oh, what? Did you just give me Ion? You think? Yeah, they just gave me Ion. I could give it to Matt if I was crazy. I'm not, but I could if I really chose to. I'm just gonna not do that. If you really wanted to do more damage, you should have also inflicted Curse on the Dark Dragon, because Curse makes the enemy take double holy damage if you hadn't done that. That would have, if you haven't done that, that would have gotten you to 50 million damage. But, what are you weak to? Poison, electric, and ice, and you're weak to. I don't care. Get her out of here. Yeah. Oh, wait, then it would have been weaken. Weaken doubles dark. Curse doubles holy, weaken doubles dark. Weaken would have doubled your damage. I was thinking curse doubles dark for some reason. I don't know. It's the same general sentiment, though. You could also have guaranteed a stagger, which would have made it so you would have guaranteed crit, which would also have worked. Probably. There's a lot of things you could have done. Personally, I just don't care to get it, because I don't need achievements. I'm not exactly an achievement hunter, but yeah. Do I need to scan you? That I do. Alright. Just a little bit more and we'll be at the end of this dungeon, finally. We're actually about at the halfway point of the game once we beat this boss. I'd say that's about the halfway point. Because then we have the jungle, the area after that, and then we have about 3-ish areas left to go. Counting the graveyard, maybe like a half an area, because the graveyard we're already done with. But, nah, whatever. Alrighty then. Oh, there's also this. So if I really wanted to do these fights on the side, I could, but I'm just gonna do them over. Oh, there's even more fights. It takes so long. Another door. Are there even enough batteries for it? I used to work as an IT guy here, and then they tried to fire me for browsing Reddit all day. So I ran off all the passwords to their user database. Take no responsibility for any problems I may have caused. That can't prove it to me anyway. I use like 7 proxies. I like your stomp. Why are you still here then? Well, I'm trying to steal as much classified data as I can, now that I have full access to everything. There's actually some data that no one seemed to have permissions for. Kinda strange, really. Alright. And just pump out all the batteries, and then we leave, because... oh, more enemies to fight. Did you get free shit? No, that's just one of those blocks. It's for a shortcut. Okay, doke. Alright, let's fight one of them. This scared me. Machines are definitely monitoring us. I need my tip-full hand. Oh, jeez. Honestly, there's a lot of shit going on in this place. Everything's going wrong. Really. Everything that could go wrong is pretty much gone wrong in this place. Do not bring your family and friends here. It's not exactly a great vacation spot. I don't know why you'd be thinking a waste disposal plant, a la that's shadowing for a weird government, like, weapon research facility. Don't know why you think that was a good, you know, vacation spot, but yeah, whatever. I don't know. Some people are crazy. I could see some people trying it. Stupid people, but I could see people trying it. Dude, Pokemon Go made people start invading private property. Are you telling me people are not too stupid to go into a place like this? I'd be surprised if they weren't, really. Here we are, going through this place anyway. There's a lot of problems, both in and outside of this factory. Alchemist's bow is not CCing people as much as it should. It is failing. I think Matt's Swift Slash is actually starting to fall off nowadays, weirdly enough. I think we may be having some problems. Luckily, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, well, thanks, Mammoth. Bye, no legs. Bye, no legs. Well, that solved that problem real fast. I didn't even know there was a problem, but now we do. Kablam. I didn't even know what noise that made. That did not exactly sound pleasant. But okay then. Ugh. Now we have to do like a whole nother full force fight here. Alright. This is pretty much where I'm coming from when I say the wave system could probably use some work. Like, that last one should have been the whole length of the fight. It was long enough to not be, like, ridiculous, but also tough enough to be like, alright, that was like an actual encounter. It's still a mook enemy, but it was still an encounter. But now it's just like, dude, I have to do another one of these? Ugh. This would take even longer if I decided to spec into single target moves for some reason. Like, if someone didn't level up this way that I've been, oh boy, I would not want to imagine how long these fights would be taking otherwise. Oh, jeez, I can just feel the pain of these fights. Because they just get longer. They start getting to 4 and 5 waves per each fight, and that's when it starts getting a little bit ridiculous. 2 fights last a pretty long time, but oh, even 3 and 4. Oh boy. Because the enemies just get tougher and tougher, so harder to kill and do more damage. So I don't like to keep harping on the same point, but I feel it needs repeating now that we're actually starting to see the fruits of its labor, which is me not having fun doing junk fights. It's a very well cultivated fruit, I see. Oi! I'm a Yanni boy right now. We are almost done with this dungeon, but it's just like, we have to go to the next room, the room after that, get a couple batteries, then go back to that other door, and we're done. But there's just so many enemies a lot of the way, and I wanna... You know what? Actually, I thought about it. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's actually speed up this process. I'll do these off-screen, because these are taking a very long time, so why bog down the content that people are actually seeing, and instead just focus on progression, and we'll come back to it. That sounds like a solid game plan to me. Also, here, we have the warp jelly slime cat thing for this area now, so we can finally leave if we're so inclined. Which I am, because now we can do this! Because this dude had a quest for get him 3 batteries. So now we have to take these 3 batteries and walk all the way back outside. It's gonna take a little bit of time. Anyway, I'm actually pretty glad I thought about that, because trying to... Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, we got the Tribolt. Thunder, it's the Thunder Staff. Didn't she already have one of these? No? Okay, we didn't have the Thunder Staff yet. Alright, well... Just as boring as all the other elemental-specific weapons are, we now have the wait. Oh, we can get that on the way back in. I saw a sparkly, and I need that loot. I need it in my life. Hello! Give me the Wrecking Rod. May debuff target's defense, boost the power of bomb skills, may cast blast with certain skills, counterattacks with normal attack. This one's at least unique for the elemental-specific weapons because she doesn't naturally have a bomb-based magic. So if you're going into this, you're going for a very specific playstyle, and that seems unique to me, and I like it. Hey, credit where credit's due. One of the elemental-specific magic weapons, or all of the weapons actually, was actually unique. Because you'd have to manually give her Blast and Big Blast for her to be able to use that properly. And that seems neat to me. Those aren't good skills. I don't know why you do that, but you can. It's an option, and options are nice. It's always good to have a little bit of variety. You know what? We actually should have a lot of skills tucked away in the back pocket. Plus, we have to turn in some quests, but I'm just going to finish this up first before we start actually focusing on quests. Let's check our skills. Upgrade this. Do more damage, please. Give me lumber, I suppose, and keep upgrading these skills, because whatever. We're going to put the little bit of AP we got in the whatever skills. What do I need for this? Do I need Cataclysm? Oh, I need Holy Sword. Alright, cool. Hey, now we got Ragnarok, and that's all of Matt's skills learned. You can still learn some of these, but whatever. Ain't that all fun? Natalie, just up your revive. Can I upgrade Kuhn? Nope. So let's get all this nonsense upgraded. Just kind of put AP into places, you know? It's got to be upgraded eventually, so you might as well upgrade it now. It's not as effective as I could be. It actually would be best for me to wait to upgrade some of these so I can actually get the skills that are genuinely useful. Like, upgrading Lock-On to level 2 probably is just as useful as Lock-On level 1, or even learning Lock-On. Not at all. Not useful at all. Because I'm not exactly using Lock-On. So, if you're going through this, probably actually just, like, decide what you're going to upgrade before. And don't just pump your AP into things like I have been. That would definitely make your combat go a lot smoother. See, this is a fight we actually have to do, and there's a new enemy. The Fridge Turret. A turret that is designed to freeze other machines. This seems like a lot of mechanical investment just for a cooling system. Do you build a gun that can shoot frost at people just to cool down your computer? Because if you do, that is super rad. And I'm honestly all for it, but I feel it'd be more expensive to run this thing than it would be to run your computer. And again, they got some big boy heavy-duty electronics in this place, so I really don't know what they're doing with these things. It also lowers magic defense, which is very satisfying, if I do say so myself. Just a little bit more and we're done with this area. Just a little bit more. Oh, hey, freeze. Boop. Alright, bye-bye, friendo. Oh, that's real annoying. Of course it had to be these guys getting a turn, these good old CC bots. They're really fun. Oh, great, we're all stunned. Ugh. Fantastic. Well, now I kind of have to heal if I want to actually live. But at the same time, I also don't care. Go get him with an air raid. Yeah. It was worth it. I got him. What are you doing? You dispelling, you siphoning? What are you doing? Magic defense down. More electric stunny nonsense. Stun Natalie. Kill her. Great. All my favorite things. Here. Just keep pumping out numbers with the best of them, to be fair. That's all we gotta do. We'll kill him when we kill him. Oh, Matt's living, and never mind. Oh, that could have gone better. Rip the dream. Hey, thank you, Medkit. That's real nice of you. Here, let's cure her up, too. Easy game. Dude, Matt, your face is looking kind of jacked up right there. Like, oh boy. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, I know you're dead, but I think you're like really dead. Like, wow. Even I'd be a little bit concerned upon seeing a corpse like that. Oh boy. That's gonna raise some eyebrows. Alright, let's finish these guys off. So there's like blood dripping from his eyes and mouth. He's having a lot of problems, even in death. I would not want to be resurrected to that body, let me tell you that right now. Water and ice attacks are a good combination. I think that fridge shirt's gonna take advantage of that. Well, actually he's not, because he's dead. He's gonna take advantage of it, as he said, as it was his last thing to do before death. It would have worked better if he'd done that earlier, but nah, he ain't smart enough for that. Okay. Hello, friend. Our cooling systems are fully operational. No problems here. The Praetorian. I was gonna comment on that earlier, but I was too busy yawning. Oh, I can come down here now. Oh, I actually have to fight these two things. Great. There's the third retrain on our good old elemental friend. These switches actually are a double-parted puzzle. It's super neat. That you have to come back here. Well, we'll see. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but these switches are going to serve more of a purpose than they are for right now. Heal up just a touch. Get Matt out of here. Actually, no, Matt's fine. I wouldn't even call it a second boss. It's more of a gimmick fight, but yeah, that's exactly what it is. If you don't know what you're doing, it's game over. I need to get something to drink. We only got the... Oh, okay, we'll buy arms. I guess we don't need those. Well, that solved that problem real fast. Fun fact, this dude you're talking about actually comes in during the survival run and is a hardened version of the enemy because it has more HP. It's that one makes you actually have to fight it the proper way, and that's not fun at all. I believe. And I am yawning up a storm. I'm not even tired. I don't know. Once I start yawning, it's game over. I don't stop for hours. It really happens when I'm talking a lot, so. I believe they have it on Battle Mountain. I've only actually properly done Battle Mountain once, because it's kind of, well, I mean, like, the bonus stuff. Like, the way up Battle Mountain has all the boss refights, but there's a summit to Battle Mountain, and the summit has different stuff. The summit may have them. It's been a long time, but the whole gimmick with Mountain is that you have to fight... You have to do the endurance run, which is every single normal enemy encounter in the game, and I think it considers that enemy a normal enemy, so you fight it again. But it's harder in that form. I don't remember, so I may be completely wrong. So if we don't see that or don't hear anything from it, well, you know why. I could also see that not happening. I may just be remembering that wrong, definitely. It's been too long. I think it's two of the main guy. I think that's its thing, but again, I have no idea. Really, you're asking a definitely not reputable source right now because I just don't remember. I'm kind of going off speculation and half-assed memories right now. It's definitely iffy. Bomb. No, Matt doesn't have bomb. There we go. Fortunately, Lance... Oh, hey, No Legs. Bye, No Legs. Yeah, No Legs has already fallen off. He was crazy useful in the first and even second areas, kind of. But now that we're here at Area 3 and beyond, it's just... No Legs, you're not holding up anymore. You may need to be replaced, friend. I'm sorry. You are the first summon in the game, so... That's just a darn shame. I'm sorry, Mr. Well, I mean, that hat's just good for Matt, so it serves other purposes than just being a no-leg summoner, but, I mean, why would I keep it on if I could just get better passive effects? But I guess I'll probably keep it on for now, considering I don't think I have much better passive effects, but you never know. Also, Anna, you're really dying. Maybe don't get murdered. Same with Natalie. Don't you two die. Oh, they have an AoE attack despite not having arms. Oh. Well, now. I guess now we know not to do what I just did. Oh, well. Yeah, it was a learning experience. Sometimes you gotta take risks to, get murdered. I don't know. These things happen sometimes. Oh, are we dead? Oh, that's a different attack. Hey, we live. Not even close. Calculated. Alright, Mr. Friend, I need you to stop being alive. The one problem with my loadouts that I typically go for, I'm definitely a lot more defense-focused than offense-focused, which makes these fights take an even longer time. But again, on the higher New Game Plus and on Epic difficulty, you have to spec into defense or else you just die on turn 1. So, it makes hallway fights like this just a lot harder. That's battery number 4, and that is the bomb version of his gun. Well, that's actually just better than what he has equipped right now, because it's not like I'm using Dark. Here you go. You got a little bomb stick on your back. So our bomb skills, make cast blast, make cast mini missiles. Sure, it's all just value. Let's actually, let's check quests first, and then I'll try foraging, see if I can get anything. That one's done. That one's almost done. Alright. I guess we could just go turn those in right now, because we need to do a little bit of on the side anyway, so. One back in Greenwood, one in Whitefall. Alright. You can see how close we are to the end of the game. There's only 4 more cat statues before we're done. And then there's also the one at the far extremities on the right, which is the summit of, Battle Mountain. Yeah, there's 2 cat slimes in Battle Mountain. Where am I going? Where is this lady? Wait, no. Oh, it's a different lady. Oh. Where am I going for this lady? I don't even remember now. Is it you? No. How about down here? Where am I going? I am clearly not going the right way, wherever it is. We're having problems. Nope. I will find you. Watch as a man drunkenly stumbles around for 2 hours trying to find a lady who we don't even know if they exist or not. I found her! Yeah. I got the Shrine Maiden dress. Doubles the power of HP and MP healing items. Randomly casts Talisman Seal between turns. What do you have equipped right now? That's a passive one, so that's actually kind of nice. Well, I only cast Ivy between turns. But this... Okay, this buffs resistance to Siphon, so I think I'm going to take that one. Let's go turn in this other quest, start foraging, then just slam out the rest of this dungeon, because we're almost done. One in Whitefall. Same stuff as before. Yeah, once we're done with this dungeon, it's gonna be the end of this episode. Then after that, I'll show off some of my, post-game nonsense. What am I looking for? Who am I looking for? It is a dude in a hat. I think you're on the right side of town. No, you're on the left side because you're before the lady. And the lady's also on the left side, so... Aha! I was right. Oh, he gives me power metal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll take that right now. I forgot he did that. Well now, I guess we have power metal. Okay, that works for me. Natalie, you don't got a whole lot of nothing to be doing here now, do you? No, not really. You can have that. I'll give you an AoE skill. And Lance learning Plasma Field would be nice, but jeez. Aw, jeez. He can learn Debilitate, he'll learn Solar Flare, and Ion, sure. Okay, get those metals out of here. That is in fact a creeper, yes! Alright, actually, let's try forging up our garbage. Well, that was that's a flop already. What is Matt doing? He's using the Wind Slash. Honestly, just sticking with Holy for now. A lot of dudes are at least, like neutral or weak to Holy in this general area, so Holy's kind of nice to stick to, at least for now. Just keep upgrading this garbage that I got. What does it specifically do when upgraded? I don't know, but it's probably better than what I've got right now. It's gonna be an upgrade in some way, shape, or form. Also, the real thing I distinctly remember Battle Mountain giving me that I absolutely adored, it gives you a full set of flares that are actually really, really good, and you're just not, oh man, I may need this flare. They're just the, oh, this is a good flare, I'm just gonna equip it kind of flare. Alright, Icy Boy. I'm here for your ass. There we go. What are you doing? Oh, that's what. We're doing a whole lot of this, that's for sure. It's the same song and dance we've been doing for every fight. Oh, and now I'm an ice cube. Oh no. And now I'm not an ice cube, but now I'm stunned. So, good, fantastic. Ah, come on now. I believe, actually, no, I don't. I was gonna say, oh no, I remember what Natalie had equipped. I've always remembered what Natalie had equipped. I just haven't said it because it's not something we have yet. So I'm gonna hush my face about stuff we don't have yet. I'm at least gonna say that it's good, but not specifically go into any details. Because that's no fun for anyone. Bye-bye! And then there's two more. Oh no. Also, I'm not really noticing a boost to bomb skills, but I'm assuming that gun he has is making, well, tank guns better. Probably. Because I remember Matt's full loadout, Lance's full loadout, Natalie's full loadout, and Anna's, I don't remember her chest piece. But I remember her full loadout other than that. I remember the hat and the weapon, because we're holding the weapon Anna has. I'd never unequip the Alchemist's bow. I need to upgrade this thing more. We need more status ailments from it. It's just being inconsistent right now. Oh, wow, Anna actually lived. I am astounded right now. Hey, oh, that's mini-missiles. That's the thing the, fish guys cast. So it's called mini-missiles. All right. Well, now we know. I didn't actually know that, so that's kind of neat. All right, you guys just stop being like, thanks. Owie. Owie. Alright, no more of you. I am now done with you. Bye-bye! Opa. Bum bum ba bum. Bum ba dum ba da dum ba da dum ba da ba ba da. Oh, there's a shiny there, but I think I'd actually pick that one. Oh yeah, here it is. These markings on the wall are very important. 2, 3, 6, 9, and 10. What those mean, we can't do this till near the end of the game because the 10th switch we don't have access to. If we have only those switches flipped, this door will open. Presume here's where all the trouble started. A glitch corrupted our AI system, and for some idiot messed with our database access, so we were pretty much powerless to fix it. The AI quickly took control of the whole plant and tried to lock all the humans out. The situation is pretty hopeless. Oh, you guys are hopeless. My team made it this far into this plant. It's obviously not very hard to get around. It's like the technicians aren't even trying. To save costs, we had to hire the most incompetent people we could find. It may not have been a great idea. Yeah. It saved costs! That's super illegal, but you can. They did it, because, I mean, look at them. Do you think what they're doing is very illegal? Even our secret weapon, the Praetorian, is under the control of the rogue AI now. We're gonna be a PR nightmare if the Praetorian escapes and starts wreaking havoc outside. Somebody's going to have to destroy it, as much as it pains me to say so. The city was designed to dispose of garbage, though, wasn't it? So it's all killer robots. No comment. Okay, wow. Thanks. Yeah, here it is. I can't go out there. It's like the emergency exit, but it seems to be locked from the outside, so we can't use it. Who the hell designed this stupid building? We have all the batteries now! Let's go fight the boss in the last 15 minutes! We can go a little bit over, because I already know this is going to take a while. Because we're going right back to epic difficulty for this. Oh, wait, do I still have this shut? Okay, good. Yeah, this place is super skeevy. Okay, we're actually about to go get the best summon in the entire game. Oh, the boss is just gonna screw me over 3 ways to Sunday. Don't you worry about it. We're going on the end of this on epic difficulty. So I'm probably gonna die once, and this is gonna take 30 minutes. You know what? Because I know it's gonna take a little bit of time, suddenly, it's the boss! I told you right away you had to build any weapons in here. Robots are weak against thunder bombs, right? I think we can handle this. Actually, once we're done doing all this, I'm going to... Oh, what can we do here? Upgrading Reflex or Protect are all we need right now. I guess I can give you Cleanse. That's just nice. Here, have a Talisman Seal, I guess. I don't really care. Electric Arrows, sure. Matte. Anything electric, can't afford that, never mind. Upgrade Ragnarok's never a bad idea, really. Natalie... Big Blast should be fine. Cosmic Monolith is very, very nice, but this one has a lot more utility because the summons start falling off as the game goes on, especially in the new game pluses. That's kind of where I'm basing all my points on. The summon we're about to get actually holds up into the new game pluses. And I'm also still trying not to name names here, and because this stuff appears in the direct feed, I'm trying not to avoid anything in chat either. What do we want? I just grabbed this, so here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be like 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get something to drink. Here, let me just minimize that. Go on to be right back. Mute that. I'm gonna be like 2 seconds, because it's really just me going to get some soda. So give me like half a minute. Be right back! Easy time. See how long that took? Oh, wait, shit. No, wait, that's not how long that's supposed to take. God damn, it's been 20 minutes. We gotta get a move on, son. Oh, there's Steam again. Alright. Let's get straight to it, huh? Turn the difficulty back up. Let's get to it. Hello, Praetorian. Let's see, titanium armor, uranium shells, nanotube, and force blades. Probably fusion power too. Let's see where this planet's budget went. Back to epic difficulty we go. So, what's our typical game plan for this? We need AoE. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. What do you we know what? What am I even thinking? First, here's first priority. I was gonna be like, oh man, what's week 2? We haven't scanned him yet. So that's what we always do. We scan him and then we leave and then we save again just in case I die. And free tank guns. Well, there we go. Yeah, this dude has crazy eye evasion. I remember that. We're creating with the newest technology. Uses bombs, thunder, and fire attacks. Summon dish, fridge, and laser turrets, steel fish, and drill bots. Dish, fridge, and laser turrets. I thought it said fish. He's weak to electric and... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. First turn, we're gonna lower his evasion. Do we not have... We don't have the net. Never mind. Oh well. We don't have debilitate. So that's not happening. So here's what we're gonna do. Honestly, Anna needs to doesn't really need to be here. Oh. Yeah. Here. Turn 1. We're gonna throw up a reflex. Just to give Natalie the thing. Then we're gonna kick Natalie back out. And just start AoEing just a little bit. Not a crazy amount. But just enough to hopefully ding up the top and bottom guns. His next turn is Kuhn. Oh boy. Well, that's not right. That's not right at all. Now we kick Lance out. Swap over to you. Bust out the Kuhn. I was just waiting to heal, but they're charging, so we don't get an option now. What are these? Wait, what does Ion do? Electric, bomb. What are you weak to? Both. Okay. Whatever then. Use the move that's upgraded more. Blamzos. Mission accomplished. And we just cleaver his face. There we go. And then we get the free Psykin, and we dispelled him too. It's a great time all throughout. See, epic difficulty, everyone. Really hard fight. I say this is mainly because I'm on, I'm just over limit spamming. Now we just buff our evasion. But oh, that's right, Matt doesn't have the defense buffing move anymore. Oopsie daisy, that would have been kind of nice to have. Oh well. He should temper himself, now that I think about it. We'll do that next time. Buff up our magic defense. Oh, that felt nice. Bye, no legs. Bye, no legs. Give me a temper. That way we can give the brave status on top of having more offense. Have her cast the regen slime. Heal us up just a touch. And then you buff our defense with protect. Now we are ready to start coasting. That could cause some problems. I believe Lance has the dispel. Alright. Well, we can solve this in one simple step. Now, the satellites are easy to take care of, don't worry. It would be easy if Lance didn't have both my dispel and my siphon, but whatever. Just siphon the satellites and the fight's over, Is a good point. But, unfortunately, dispelling is more valid for now. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. Oops. Oh well, what can you do? Alright, I guess I will just kill the thing. Blam. My face! Oh no. I like how it just screamed. That was my favorite part. It was accurate to how I felt at the time. As I watched my life just flash before my eyes. Well, that throws a wrench into these plans. Because Lance can't hit shit for shit's sake. Oh dear. Get out of here, Lance. I'm done with you. Here, let's try this. I mean, we got it. Do you like Earth? Nah, you don't really care about Earth. Oh, you're weak to Earth, so you get Earth. The Lamb's up. we? Well, this ain't going fantastically. Yeah, that's because Anna's over limits are garbage. She has very, very bad over limits. Honestly, I don't need to do that anymore. Let's just start siphoning. Won't affect our most enemies, but it'll be devastating. Oh yeah, didn't work. Great. Thanks, Lance. Oh, now he's charged. And he's dead. Okay, well that could have gone better, I feel. Huh. Well now. Have him block and attempt number. Shoot him with a gun, because whatever, Lance is gonna die anyway. Kill the bottom one. It got close. Oh no. I didn't think he was gonna be doing this. That's an ion cannon and a half. It's even like mirrored the attack pattern. That's neat. That's a nice touch. Oh, it crit Matt, so it didn't matter. She's also stunned, so I don't get a turn. Great. She's stunned again. I also still don't get a turn. Aye. Don't stun me. Thank you. Okay. Well, there's a very simple solution to this problem. We come in here, and we upgrade my boy with life. He's been upgraded now. We've given him a firmware update. And then we shoot them with a tank gun to kill the top and bottom ones, maybe. Top one, maybe. Bottom one, yes. All right, problem solved. Hope they don't just actually kill me right in the face. All right, you know, that's fine. Acceptable losses. Okay. Now we pop a coffee. Papa, Lance, get out of... Oh, wait, no, I should have had Anna do it. God, son of a... Damn it. I wanted Anna to have a turn. Well, now what can you do? We have power metal? That's right, we do! Hey! Yay. Oh, bye, Matt. Alright, Lance, get out. And we're gonna just start from the ground up again. Heal the squad, start buffing. Round 2. Where is that protect when we need it? Oh, there's that again. Oh boy. That does magic damage, unfortunately, so that could definitely be better. Oh hey, there's that talisman seal. We finally actually saw it for once. That's kind of neat. It's not great, but it's neat if nothing else. And you know what? This is actually a good time to be doing this. Here you go. Pop a heal for the squad. Give me the reflex so we don't get murdered in the face as easily. And she's dead anyway. Oh well, what can you do? To be fair, the whole main plan we're having right here is stall until Natalie gets her over limit, and then when she does, we just do what we did earlier again. And then we can finally start mounting a counter-offensive. But until then, we just wait. Owie. Owie. And there we go. Problem solved. Easy game. Same, just, you know what? Yeah, no. Cleaver's always worth it. Second verse, same as the first. And get that evasion back up, because if we're not on max, that's been our problem earlier. We were not maxed on evasion, and that's why we're having problems. He keeps lowering our evasion is the real problem here. He just will not stop doing that. It's quite annoying, actually. If only I could actually have Lance's Dispel actually work. That'd be real nice. But unfortunately, it just never happens. So, well, what can you do? Buff our magic defense and hope he doesn't kill me in the face. Oh, now that's charging. Great. Weirdly enough, I think the upgraded version of the Praetorian is like one of the easiest bosses on Battle Mountain. I know the upgraded version of Crystal Golem is really hard. The next boss and the Crystal, the Crystal Golem is the name, that's right. Then the next boss and the Crystal Golem are the two hardest ones. Giant Oaky Boy is okay difficulty, and I don't remember this dude being hard at all. I don't remember Oak or the Praetorian being hard, and they're like retrain versions, upgraded editions on Battle Mountain. Oh, that's right! You were charging, weren't you? Oh no. Owie. Oh, rip his life, I guess. Huh. Oh well. I drink too much of something? I don't remember anything. Oh well. It's not my problem. Now's the time to start getting these protects back up because Natalie's being debuffed out the wazoo. I thought he was charging again. I'm like, are you serious right now? Honestly, keep doing what you're doing. Keep gunning down Matt. You're giving him his over limit every 2 seconds, and I am totally all for this gameplay. Like, oh boy. Don't even know how ready I am for this. You know what? Healing out for 200 MP, 300 MP. We have to do a team. You know what? Yeah, here. No, this one sucks. Bust out this one. Bust out the really garbage pineapple. Heal up the squad just fine, and then give me another reflex. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well, what can you do? Give me another barrier. I don't really want a Ragnarok, but I kind of have to because they're brave, so fine. This is an upgrade is the problem. Well, it's only at like rank 2, I think. But then again, Cleaver's only at rank 3 because we're not even at the end of the game, so whatever. Protect. We gotta put more points in the barrier and protect real bad. Same with Reflex. Oh boy, that does instant death. And that's a... damn it. We're having problems! It's mainly because of the brave status. Ah, jeez. You know what? I'm just thinking Matt's not quite cutting it right now. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send in the actually squishier teammate because Lance has garbage defense and evasion for some reason. Lance is squishier than Natalie most of the time, and I don't know why this is... Okay, I guess that's just allowed to happen now. Oh boy, that was a really fun and interactive occasion. I hope you do that again. Oh, are you fucking kidding me right now? That almost killed me. That was a real fun time. I'm out of... Oh, well. Bye, Matt. Why does that do so much damage? That could have gone better. Huh. Okay. I need to upgrade Reflex, Barrier, and Protect more. Oh, jeez. Because it's not maxed, and neither is Reflex. Reflex is only level 2. But that's because Reflex is crazy expensive to upgrade. Oh. Well, I think we'll finish this the next time. Plus, I'm actually under-leveled because I haven't been doing those optional fights. I think that'll be where we're going to call it for today, at least for the main playthrough, but I will show off my other stuff. So technically, if you don't want to see my endgame super mega stuff, you can not see that, but I'm going to go do that right now. And so off we go. Just to show off just how ridiculous you get at the post game. Welcome to Battle Mountain. Welcome to